Mach 4, Rincon 3. Which one is the most versatile and best daily trainer for Hoka in 2021? After getting in roughly 100 miles in both the Hoka Mach 4 and the Rincon 3, I think I have a pretty good idea of what I would choose as my next daily trainer in the Hoka lineup. These two shoes have so many similarities in their ability to span across everything from easy days all the way up to the long run, and I could not think of a better pair of shoes to compare between which one I would get again. These could easily be one shoe rotations if that's what you're up to. When comparing two shoes, especially ones that are so close in what they do, I'm comparing them across the spectrum of what we as runners do on a regular basis. Daily runs, easy runs, interval runs, long runs, and which one is the best value for your money. So when we look at each of these categories, let's start with the foundation, the daily run, the get out and go run day, no pace worried about, just getting out, putting miles on the legs. For me, the winner for that shoe is Mach 4. Why is it the Mach 4 for me on the daily runs? I think it has to do with the rocker in these shoes. If you notice, the Mach 4 has more of a rocker than the Rincon 3. And what that allows me to do is it just gets me through my gait cycle. It feels more natural, feels more smooth running, and it just has a more pleasurable running experience on that daily run than the Rincon 3. Next, let's transition into that interval day. And for intervals, I'm actually gonna throw this one as a toss-up. And the reason I'm calling it a toss-up is it depends on your interval days. Shorter intervals, under a mile, under 10 total miles, I'm picking this shoe. Why am I picking the Rincon 3? The Rincon 3 is lighter, and it also does not really help dictate your running cycle. As I mentioned, Mach 4 is really beneficial on those daily runs because it does have that early rocker, whereas when you're running in the Mach 3 on these shorter intervals, it allows you to be in control of your foot strike and feel like the shoe is not the one that's guiding the way you're going to run. Now, if the interval workout is over 10 miles and the intervals are longer than an hour, I'm reaching for the Mach 4. And the reason being is I think the Vaperfly midsole that is in the Mach 4 that is not in the Rincon 3 really helps with the protection of the legs as those miles continue to increase. And as well as the help through the gait cycle, similar to the racing shoes that we would use for a marathon that have a little bit of the rocker built into them, the Mach 4 does have that to help you get through your gait on those longer intervals. What do we do following hard workouts? Easy day. And what shoe am I picking for my easy day? I'm going back to the Mach 4. Why am I going back to the Mach 4? It's just softer. On easy days, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to baby my feet. I'm trying to just get some miles in. I want to have my body protected from the pavement pounding. And the Mach 4 has a softer ride. I'm not saying that the Rincon 3 isn't soft, but it is not nearly as forgiving as that Vaperfly midsole in the Mach 4. So which one am I gonna reach for when I go on my long runs? Again, I'm pretty sure the longer intervals helped you understand. I'm pulling the Mach 4. And this goes back to that midsole. I just think this shoe is so much more forgiving than the Rincon 3. I got a 18-mile run in the Rincon 3, and one of the things that I noticed after that run is my feet felt a little bit more fatigued than they normally would run. And so the following week, I put in 17 miles in the Mach 4, and I will tell you, it felt as though I had just gone for a run. Like nothing special, nothing different, no weird fatigue in my feet, and that's why I can have a direct comparison and say this is a shoe I would pick for my long runs. Now, let's talk about value for the money. These two shoes are priced incredibly well. $115 for the Rincon 3, $130 for the Mach 4. The value for the money, you have to say this is a tie. And the reason is anything under $130 for a daily trainer that's gonna be able to also get you intervals, that's also gonna be something good for a long run, you can't really compare that to anything. It's one of the best values in the entire industry, and I would consider it a tie from that standpoint. Now, I do think you're going to get more miles out of your Mach 4 than I do out of the Rincon 3, simply because I think the midsole is just gonna last a little bit longer. But from a value standpoint, it's a tie. No surprise, if I had to buy one of these shoes again, which one am I gonna buy? Mach 4. I can't say anyone is surprised by this. I can't say I'm surprised after I put them on. I remember telling my wife walking through the kitchen for the first time when I put them on, I said, I think I'm gonna like this shoe better than I like the Rincon 3. And my wife has 2 pairs of Rincon 3s. So again, here's my winner. It's what I would choose, it's what I would buy again, and for $15, I think it's gonna get 50, maybe 100 miles more than the Rincon 3, which to me, that's a way better value. What would cause somebody to want to have the Rincon 3 over the Mach 4? If you prefer a more firm shoe, if you prefer a shoe that does not help you get through your gait cycle with a little bit of a rocker, you're gonna go for this one. Although I do think the Mach 4 will last longer, you're still gonna get an incredible amount of miles for somebody who does prefer a firmer shoe on your daily runs, on your long runs. This is your go-to. If you've got both of them, let me know what you think, but to me, this is competing for one of the best daily trainers that I have ever run. Mach 4 for the win. Check out my full review of the Mach 4 right here.